That time I got reincarnated as a slime, and the slime series in general took the world of anime by storm when it first came out in 2018. But all good things must come to an end, and when the second season of the anime ended, and it was announced that there probably won't be a season 3, many were confused and disappointed with their favorite anime shutting down. At least a movie will come out sometime in fall 2022, so that's good news. But as the anime itself won't be renewed, fans have been itching to get more of what made this anime great. But have no fear, Anime Undisclosed is here. Hello and welcome back, Disclosers. Today we'll be going over the top 10 anime like that time I got reincarnated as a slime, so that even though the anime is over, you can still get your fill of crazy action scenes, overpowered MCs, and that good old Isekai satisfaction we all crave from time to time. Before we continue, this is a new format that we're trying out in the channel called Top 10 Anime Like. If you'd like to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel to be notified of future content. Also, tell us down in the comments what other anime you'd like to see in this series. With that said, time to get reincarnated as people who are going to view a top 10 video in 3, 2, 1. Number 10. The Devil is a Part-Timer. At number 10, we have The Devil is a Part-Timer. Bet you were expecting a bunch of only Isekai anime to take over this list. Instead, we're starting off with what you may call a reverse Isekai, meaning that it's not a hero who gets sent to another world to fight demons. It's Satan himself, who ends up in the human world without the crazy magic. Just like the normal human world, he takes his human form and takes up an odd job in a restaurant in order to survive. The story explores his personality along with a hero called Emilia. Well, the two have their past issues. The anime is hilarious, as seeing extremely strong gods and demons being forced to become normal humans just leads to some insanely funny situations, but you'll check that out for yourself. Number 9. Knights and Magic. Okay, that was it for us playing tough. Number 9, and it's already an isekai. As you can imagine, this list will have an anime or two of the sort, as this is a big part of the appeal of that time I got reincarnated as a slime, and also because isekai anime is just plain fun. Knights and Magic follows a coder mecha nerd who gets reincarnated into a world full of silhouette knights. What are silhouette knights? Well, as in most isekai, the biggest passion of said reincarnated person is in the main thing in this world, and these knights are actually huge mecha robots powered up by magic. Our MC is reincarnated into a little boy, and he sets his sights on being the best mechanic out there. For those that are mecha fans, the anime goes into incredible detail about the intricacies of how these robots are made and how they work, so your nerdiness can bloom in its full capacity while watching this anime. Definitely not everyone's cup of tea, but for those that it is, it's the holy grail of tea. Number 8. How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. At number 8, we have How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. This belongs to a group of anime with long names, a group to which the Slime Diaries also belong to. The anime follows Rem and Shara, who try to summon a demon to be their servant. Instead, by Murphy's Law, they manage to summon a socially awkward guy called Takuma, who is more flexible enough to pretend to be the demon lord Diablo, and get the two girls to be his servants. Because of his extreme anxiety, it's easier for him to talk if he were playing a role, and not actually putting his real self out there. He tells them he'll let them off the hook if they can find a way to break the collars that bind them to him, and the three of them start looking for a way to do so. Don't know why, but in anime, nice guys, or in this case, shy guys, always end up finishing first. Number 7. Tsukimichi Moonlight Fantasy. Another isekai anime. Tsukimichi follows Makoto Misumi, who is reborn into a fantasy-like world full of different magical skills and creatures. He's reborn there because of a contract between his parents and the queen of this world from long ago. When the queen sees him, however, she deems him too ugly and throws him away into the dangerous outskirts of the world so that he'll never see another human again. Now that's a true queen. She literally got insulted because someone wasn't appealing to her eyes. So Makoto is left in the wastelands of the world, surrounded by powerful creatures. It turns out, however, that due to the disparity between the normal world and this one, he's incredibly strong compared to everything around him, able to one-shot dragons and do all kinds of weird things. Realizing this, he gets mad at the queen and decides to go meet all the humans he can, despite her treatment. While the Slime Diaries have more badass epic moments, Tsukimichi shines in a more comedic side. Nevertheless, it's a great watch. Number 6. Grimgar Fantasy and Ash. At number 6, we have Grimgar and another long anime name. While most isekais have their MC's rebirth lead them to being insanely overpowered in the new world they're inhabiting, this anime is nothing like that. We follow Haruhiko, who, like everyone else in the story, lost his memory and is now part of a new world. However, unlike most isekai, he's not super crazy strong, and neither is anyone else for that matter. He and his team have to learn how to survive in this world, and that turns out quite challenging considering the environment. Or to sum it up in 3 words, quoting my anime list, fear, survival, instinct. Number 5. Konosuba. Coming up at number 5, we have one of the funniest anime to ever come out. This anime takes every cool trope and just dismisses it completely. Badass protagonist. No way. Shy protagonist. Nope. The main character winning. Nah. Instead, we have the main character being the ultimate loser, who loses his life in the stupidest way possible. When he meets the goddess Aqua and she gives him the option to either go to heaven or to another fantasy world, with a weapon of his choice, she also mocks him for the way he passed away. Well, he may be a loser, but he's also one to take others down with him. So when he chooses to go to the fantasy world, he's given the option to take anything around him as a weapon, with a bunch of weapons being laid out in front of him. Getting angry at her mocking, he chooses her, as she's also in front of him. And the two enter the world together, becoming the most unusual, but fun, duo, and later quattro ever seen in anime. It's just hilarious. Nothing more needs to be said. Number 4. Log Horizon. At number 4, we have Log Horizon. It's a miracle we managed to make it so long without mentioning any video game isekai, but here it is. Log Horizon is an anime about a video game that goes incredibly viral. When the latest expansion is released, however, the log out button disappears, trapping more than 30,000 players inside the game itself. All the logged in players get transported into the world of the game, and reincarnated as their avatars. Log Horizon is one of the first classic isekai to come out and populate this genre. The cool thing about these kinds of anime, whether it's Log Horizon, Sword Art Online, or another anime later on in this list, is that even though they basically have the same premise, the anime tackles many different questions and takes very different angles, making them completely different stories. Log Horizon specifically is one of the top anime, and many believe it to be the best isekai out there. But this list isn't about the best isekai out there. It's about the anime that are like that time I got reincarnated into a slime. Number 3. No Game, No Life. This anime is one that also quickly made its way to being called a classic in the genre. It has some of the most creative scenes and mind-blowing events episode after episode. Sora and Shiro are the two step-siblings that are the best gamers in the world. So they, of course, get transported into a world full of bananas. The world is full of games. All kinds of them. From heads or tails to a literal chess game with God. This anime has every game you can think of, only with crazy stakes every time. But as we mentioned, the two are the best in the business, and easily crush most opponents with wits and skill. It's a fun anime to watch, and if you like badass one-sided slaughters, you're in for a treat. Number 2. Rising of the Shield Hero.
それに意識を集中するようにしてみろ。こうか。おお。レベル1ですか。これは不安ですね。そうだな。これじゃ戦えるかどうかわからないな。
The anime that somehow manages to sneak its way into every other top 10 list ever. You guys have full permission to make this into a meme, by the way. The Rising of the Shield Hero follows Naofumi, who opens a book, and while reading, he gets to a page that says the Shield Hero gets, and the rest of the book is blank. Just as he starts wondering where's the rest of the book, he gets transported into another world where he's the Shield Hero, 1/4 of a 4-hero team including the Sword Hero, the Spear Hero, the Bow Hero, and the Shield Hero. Yes, Naofumi has to finish that book by living through it. This is regarded as one of the best news stories to come out, as it tackles some deep subjects and makes you love and hate characters as strongly as your heart lets you. And since it's getting a season 2 in spring 2022, it'll be quite rewarding to watch it now. Now, before we reveal our top 10 pick of the anime that is most like that time I got reincarnated as a slime, if you find this video helpful and interesting, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to our channel, along with hitting the bell icon, so that you're notified every time we release another anime undisclosed video. With that said, let's take the rabbit off the hat and reveal the top anime that is like the Slime Diaries. Number 1. Overlord.
みんな生活がかかっている。夢を実現した人だっている。リアルを取るのは仕方のないことなんだ。
It's probably no surprise that Overlord is on the top of this list. It resembles everything the Slime Diaries does, and in a video game setting instead of a fantasy world one. Basically, Satoru Suzuki is a normal worker who gets transported into his favorite video game, where he's a dungeon overlord who's incredibly strong. He then rebuilds the world of the video game, becoming this new world's overlord. So, how is this like the Slime series? Let's recap. A normal guy who enters another world. Check. OP main character? Check. Decides to take over the world? Check. So, yeah. It's basically that time I got reincarnated as a slime, but a little bit more video game-ier, if that's a word. It's not. So there it is. The top 10 anime like that time I got reincarnated as a slime. Do you agree with the list? Make sure to tell us down in the comments below about any anime that we might have missed that are also similar to the Slime series. With that said, we'll be taking our leave, and as always, have a great day, and we'll see you next time.